Suppose you are my mentor.
Right?
It's not necessary that you will teach, you have to do the things in this way or that way. Maybe I can learn from your experiences also.
It's something like hand-holding basically.
Hand-holding, so that's right.
That's why only the mentor got called.
Right.
It's not they only people telling you do that or do that. If there's a problem, they'll come to your rescue and they'll take you.
Support you. And mentors का काम basically ये होता है कि उनको correct vision दिया जाए. जब आप काम करते हैं, when we started VDAS Visions in 2006, we had different vision. So 5 साल काम किया, clients अच्छे आ गए, technologies change हो गई, हमारा vision change हो गया. But then it was my responsibility to make sure my HR, my finance, my development team go in the same direction. We don't lose the focus, right? Secondly, if I have expectations from them and they don't really understand what the expectations mean, I would be wrong in expecting from them. So mentoring is a two level. Macro level, they do a corrective action and tell them यहाँ नहीं यहाँ जाइए, focus change हो रहा है, objective लीजिए. At the micro level, help them understand what is the objective, what is right, what is wrong, what is acceptable, what is not. If you don't tell them, don't expect them to do something you want them to. उनको पता ही नहीं है उनको करना क्या है, ठीक है? Leadership is empathy. Everybody knows getting in somebody's shoes, and don't expect कि I would rather ask somebody to अपना shoes खोल के दीजिए मुझे पहनना है. I don't want to be in your shoes. Empathy and sympathy बहुत relate हुआ है इसके ऊपर. It's a very fine line. When empathy and sympathy are compared in layman's language, sympathy is pity, empathy is care, empowerment. Okay? I'll give you a quick example here. It was way back in 2009, 2010, we were working on a very high-profile project. We hired Vicky, who was a senior developer. कुछ काम कर रहे थे हम लोग, सर्वर से फाइल्स डिलीट करना था, log files, text files. So everybody understands if you put star.txt, जितनी text files हैं वो delete हो जाएंगे. It was a weekend. Something happened, something, star.txt की जगह star.star delete हो गया, and the server was completely blank. Now this guy was absolutely shattered. By the time this news came into my office, 15-20 मिनट हो चुके थे, नीचे promotion चल रहा था. And Deepak, who was the project manager, he comes up to me and said, we might have to stay a little late. I said, okay, क्या हुआ? Files delete हो गई. ठीक है, पर वो जो बाहर हो रहा है, वो files delete हो, something more is there. It is not in sync with what you are saying. So he told me the details that we have deleted client server, not even ours. अपने पास तो बैकअप होते हैं ना सर्वर पे, क्लाइंट का सर्वर साहब उड़ा दिया. और ये क्लाइंट भी हमारा हाई प्रोफाइल Fortune 100 क्लाइंट. We have absolutely no idea कौन सी फाइल्स थी, लाइव सर्वर था. And that minute, you cannot imagine what went through my mind. सब कुछ बंद करो, हरिद्वार चले जाओ. वो भी नहीं है, अब तो बच्चे नहीं सकते, लीगल स्वीट्स इतने लगने वाले हैं, पेनल्टीज, सर्विस लेवल एग्रीमेंट्स ये हो गए, वो हो गए. This thing was going in my mind, you can understand. And immediately मेरी नजर कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में गई, वहाँ पे बिनी खड़े थे, the one who accidentally deleted all the files, and he was looking at me. Is he the one who did it? तो उनको दिखा था, मैंने उनको पॉइंट किया, right? And they would say, yes, he's the one who did it, and he's a new joinee, so you really don't know him there. And I walked out of my room and walked towards him. You have to, at times you feel the air is very tense. Office में तबीयत से सन्नाटा, and everybody is moved. जो पिक्चर्स का प्लान है ना, टक 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 विलियम जा रहा है वहाँ पे और बस अभी कुछ होने वाला है. I was really upset. Trust me, and it was that point where I was very sure कि कहानी खत्म, अब बिजनेस नहीं हो सकता, because जो हमने किया है we cannot fix that, right? It was out of my control, practically out of my control, and when you have to go back to your client and tell them साहब हमने आपका सर्वर डिलीट कर दिया, you just don't expect a business out of that ever. I walked there very upset. You could see that on my face, you know. जब मैं थोड़ा सा टेंशन में आती हूँ तो लाल हो जाती हूँ, so people call me pink rose. उससे थोड़ा सा. I reached there and before I could say anything, I stood next to Vinny. वो जो 1 मिनट का हमारा ओवरलैप हुआ है टाइम का, I just felt the pressure Vinny is in. If I say another word about this project, he is going to collapse. Client तो गया, सर्वर भी खत्म हो गया, भाई साहब ये मर गए तो मैं तो कब मर गई, right? So at that moment, my only motive for the next 5 minutes was to bring him down. So I said, Vinny, right? कब से काम कर रहे हैं इसके ऊपर? मैम सुबह 9 बजे आए थे, जाने लगे थे, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, खाना खाया? नहीं, आप समझ नहीं रहे हो, फाइल्स डिलीट हो गए। बोला हाँ समझे, खाना खाया, सुबह से कुछ खाया? नहीं वो तो मैं खा लूंगा ना, घर जाके खा लूंगा। सर्वर डिलीट हो गया, आप समझो मेरे पास बैकअप नहीं है, आई कैन नॉट बिल्ड इट। आई सेड दैट्स ओके Vinny. A team of 40 is sitting in the office. We understand the gravity of the issue. US team is already at the client office. We are doing it. पर तेरे खाना नहीं खाने से तो बेटा कुछ नहीं होएगा। खाना खाएगा ये एक दिन में भी नहीं होएगा। We will have to sit and work this thing out. So कम से कम 72 घंटे की शिफ्ट तो मान के चलो। क्या खाओगे? राजमा चावल खाओगे या कढ़ी चावल खाओगे? He started crying. He did not answer, so I just ordered rajma chawal because that's my favorite. So, but I learned 2 big lessons that day. One, you always have 5 minutes to connect. वो 5 मिनट में सर्वर नहीं बन सकता।